Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video we're going to be getting into 3 reminders you need while you're on your fat loss journey. Don't worry, I've got you covered. My name's T, I've lost 55 pounds and I've got some reminders that I want to share with you while you're on your fat loss journey, because if anyone knows how much of a struggle this journey can be, it's going to be me, and I want to share with you today some words of encouragement and just some reminders that are going to get you through on those hard days. The first thing I'm going to say to you is you've got to be able to differentiate between motivation and consistency. People are reliant on motivation to get them through, and newsflash, hate to break it to you, motivation is going to come and go. Please do not expect to be motivated all the time on your fat loss journey. It just doesn't work like that. And if we were relying on motivation, if we were constantly relying on motivation to get things done, to get ourselves in the gym, to look after our diet, to be healthy, to be consistent, we would never get anything done. You have to know the difference between motivation and consistency. And there's a massive difference, because it's easy to show up when you're motivated. Think about how easy it is to get yourself to the gym whenever you're feeling like going to the gym. Consistency, however, is showing up when you don't want to do it. Consistency is showing up because you know you've put a plan in place, you know you've got a goal in mind, you know you've got somewhere to be, something to work towards, and regardless of how you feel, you're going to show up irregardless. This is the idea of following the plan and not your mood. And don't get me wrong, 9 times out of 10, I never feel motivated at all. But one thing I have mastered is the art of my consistency and my discipline. I know that the goal at the end is greater than how I feel right now. And you have to be able to lean into knowing when you need to practice delayed gratification instead of falling into the trap of instant gratification and instant rewards. Yes, sure, skipping the gym or not following through with your diet might feel good right now because it's comfortable for you in that moment. But long term and down the line, that just continues to push you further away from your goal. So what I need you to remember is motivation, consistency are 2 different things. And what you want to work towards absolutely smashing and mastering on your journey is the art of consistency and discipline over motivation. You will hear me speak about this on my channel all the time, but it is literally consistency, consistency, consistency. And that doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. That doesn't mean that every workout you do or every meal that you have has to be absolutely amazing and 10/10, but it means that you are consistently and actively showing up for yourself. And here's the thing. Whenever you decide to lean on your consistency and forget about motivation, that's when you're going to start to see progress. Moving on, this takes me to my next reminder, and this is stop expecting it to be easy, okay? Someone gotta say it. Stop expecting your journey to be easy, because one thing it's not going to be is easy. Embarking this journey of fat loss and transformation with your habits is probably one of the hardest things you're going to do, because where you're at right now, the habits that you follow right now, the routines that you have, the behaviors that you have, they are comfortable to you. So whenever you swoop in and you're trying to change things, you're trying to change the normal structure of your day, you're trying to change the time that you get out of bed, you're trying to change the amount of exercise that you do, you're trying to change your diet, you're trying to change things about your life, of course you're going to feel uncomfortable and it's going to be hard. So whenever I hear people say, oh, it's just so hard, you know, I've got so much going on, I didn't expect that I would have to do all of this work. What did you expect? What did you actually expect? You were trying to change multiple things about your life. Of course it's going to be hard. Expect things to be hard. And this is me actually setting you up for success, because here's the thing. If you do hard things now, you have an easy life. Hard now, easy later. So the hard choices that you can make right now, it makes your life down the line just that little bit easier. But if you make easy choices now, you take the easy route out, you take the path of least resistance, your life is harder down the line, because you're choosing to do things that make you comfortable right now, and you're forgetting about where you're going to be in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months down the line. So the harder the decisions you can make right now, the easier your life is going to be down the line. And remember that every decision you make takes you to where you're going to be in the next couple of months. So one thing that I want to ingrain in your brain is understand that it's going to be hard, but that's okay, because whenever things are tough and whenever things are challenging to us, that forces us to grow. That forces us to do things that we've never done before. That forces us out of our comfort zone. That builds a mental resilience and a discipline that you've never had before. So whenever things are getting hard, that's how you know that it's working. And I don't mean hard as in like it's feeling like shit all the time, but I mean you're making choices that are hard for you right now that are benefiting your life in the future. And before I get into my last tip, if you're enjoying this video, guys, please be sure to like and leave a comment. Let me know if you're resonating with what I'm saying or if you've experienced anything that I'm talking about. I love to hear from you guys. And reminder number 3, stop being so impatient. The craziest thing that I find, and don't get me wrong, I've done this before in my own journey too, but We expect to change years of habits in a matter of weeks. The amount of people that I'll speak to that have said, I went to the gym and I looked after my diet for 6 weeks and it didn't work. Yeah, okay, but you ate like shit and you didn't do any exercise for 5 years, 6 years. You can't expect to undo that in a matter of weeks. You have to be logical about how you're thinking about this, and you have to reduce your expectations sometimes. I think that's a huge reminder that we need to have. You need to reduce your expectations in regards to how much time this is actually going to take. People think that they're going to come into a fitness journey or a fat loss journey and they're going to be done within a month, 2 months, 3 months. That's not how it works. This is not just a diet. This is not just a quick fix. This is a lifestyle. So your patience is something that you need to practice. And this is a constant reminder that I always have to say to people, especially with the clients that I work with. Time continues to pass anyway. The time is going to pass anyway. A month's going to pass, 6 months is going to pass, a year's going to pass. And you could either spend that time sticking to doing the things that you know is going to benefit you, or else you can use that time starting and stopping and starting and stopping. So the biggest thing that I'm going to say to you is get patient and lock in with the fact that, yeah, it might take some time, but the time's passing anyway, so you may as well keep showing up. You can't expect to completely undo years of habits in a matter of weeks. It just doesn't work like that. So what I want you to do is grant yourself some grace, grant yourself some patience, and grant yourself some understanding to know that you're trying to change multiple things about your life. It's going to take time, it's going to take some patience, but that's okay because time's passing anyway, so you may as well spend it doing the things that are going to benefit you. It's a cheeky little bonus reminder because, you know, I love you guys and I want to ensure that you're hyped up going into your fat loss journey. I want you to know that you can do anything that you put your mind to. And I don't mean to say this to be soppy or cringy, but genuinely, you can do anything that you want to. If you believe it in your heart and you believe it in your mind, you can see it in your hand. You can see it in your reality. If there's a goal that you want to achieve, if it's fat loss, if it's on your fitness journey, if it's running, whatever it actually might be, you can do that shit. Never underestimate what you can do and stop underestimating your own potential. The craziest thing that you could do is sleep on your potential. That is wild. Could you imagine getting like 30 or 40 years down the line, you're like, I wish I had done more things. I wish I had to give it a go. I wish I had to stay consistent. I wish I had seen what was on the other side of my consistency. So my reminder to you, you can do anything that you put your mind to. You just got to believe that for yourself. You got to have the right tools in place to get there, but you also got to have the self-belief in yourself. That is it for me today, guys. I felt like I got very passionate about those reminders, but I just want you to know that fat loss is possible and achievable. You just have to be willing to put the work in and be patient with it. As always, if you took anything from this video, if you got any value, if you resonated with anything that I was saying, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn the notifications on. It really does help the channel and it really does help to support me. So like always, I hope you have a great day wherever you're watching this from. Any questions or anything that you want me to cover in my next videos, please go ahead and pop a comment below. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and I will see you in the next one. Bye.